And we're back to another episode of Let's Play Illusion of Gaia. I'm your host, the RPG Guy. Now, before we do anything, I want to make sure that we get the jewels. There's, I think, 3 of them here. And they are pretty easy to miss if you're not looking for them. I think it's unimportant, and the most important thing, life is like that. Please take this gift. There's a jewel. Nice. And I am your host, the RPG Guy, if I didn't say that. And yeah, so we're in a new town, but there's something a little strange about this town. And we are going to get to the bottom of it. I don't want to go over there yet. It's one of these homes. I forget which one it is. This one. But we're actually looking for something, specifically someone, before we go to the inn. I don't know if we can do it now, but I believe we can. Check the trash for an HP jewel. And herbs, nice. Free shit for me to poop on. For me to poop on. Going to take a big fat poop on. Then we'll go over here. Then we'll head down, up, and down. The man working at the hotel was caught by a labor trader. Oh no! Labor trading? What is this? Please don't tell. I don't care about myself. I just don't want to get him in trouble. There was nothing he could do about being found. He's the laborer who ran away yesterday. I should tell the labor traders I was prepared for the worst when I did it. Ooh, so this is what we were reading in that jar, that people are being sold as labor. So these are that was a slave. Huh. A life lived honestly, a life of fun and laughter. Yeah, fun and laughter my ass. If you don't want to lose your lives, go home. What a dick. A laborer escaped. Have you seen him? Yes. And we'll give him the location. I know this seems harsh, but we gotta give him the location. And we get a red jewel. It's the only way to get that red jewel. Now, a lot of people would think that that's a horrible thing to do, but what you have to remember is this game takes place during different times periods of different cultures from our own world. And there was a time when labor trading was a thing. And it was the law of this area. These guys wouldn't be doing what they were doing openly, as they are, unless it wasn't against the law. So they're not breaking any laws, so... Looks like a tornado came through here. Alright, we can't get the next gem yet, so we'll get it momentarily here. This is a hotel. Let's go in. Okay. I don't know. Hey! Come in! Will and Kara! Lily, is it Lily? I was worried. It's been almost a month since we separated. I've been working and living in this hotel. Lance is in the room on the right. Go in there. You don't say. We go in there. He's like served up on a platter because all that was left was his corpse. No, I think it is in this room, actually. No? Okay. So, then it's gotta be the next room? I know it's in this building. There it is. And that's the final red jewel for this area. They say I don't know who I am. Kind of strange. If I don't know who I am, how did I get here? Holy shit, it's like real magic! I'm glad everyone is safe, but... Also, I haven't seen Eric since last night. I wonder what's happened. I am glad everyone is safe, but... Okay, so Eric's missing. And I guess he was working here too by the sound of it, since it sounded like he was here. The only person we know is missing is Seth, because he was gobbled up, only to be in the darkness of some fish's butthole. Before we do anything else, I want to visit the gem trader before we do anything. who resides in this town. And I believe he's at the top of this building. He's on the top of the building next door, but you gotta go through this building to get to him. I believe it's this guy. There he is. And we got 14 jewels. And because we have 12, we get a strength bonus. Nice. Alright, so we're at 14. So we need 6 more jewels before we get the next upgrade. So that's a bit of a ways away. So... ooh, yay. Alright, let's head down here. So, we don't know where Eric is. So we'll have to look for him. Now, there's one area... we kind of been to every building passively, excluding maybe one, but there is one place we didn't look. And I pretty much... you can probably tell from where I'm going, have an idea I know where I'm going. Alright, the labor market. Hey boy, kids can't come here. Go home. Or did you come to get a laborer? Yes. I like your courage. I don't know what you do here, but have a look around. I am Emus. I was brought here by a boat from far off Asia. We are a hunting tribe. When we're hungry, we hunt for food. All of the animals here have fallen victim to an unknown disease. I am Remus. Our game disappeared and we had nothing to eat. We had no choice but to become laborers. We didn't know where we would be taken or what would happen. I am Sam. Didn't we read Sam's letter? Was it Sam's letter? I don't remember the name of the letter we read on the raft. We were rescued last night by a man named Eric who was working at a hotel, but we were caught by the labor traders. He's being held in a house in the corner of the back street in town. Please save him. That guy who threatened to kill us. My understanding is some of their dialogue was changed in the US version, so to say that they had no choice but to become laborers, where I believe this guy was saying he was hunting and was caught by laborers, which is something that actually really happened during the labor trade, which is interesting to see that they put that detail in there. So sometimes when people say Earthbound has some of the darker underscoring to a game, I think this one's pretty close too. Because we've seen what? We've seen death, we've seen decay, we've seen illusions of life only to see death in its place. One of the characters' friends just died. Another one has amnesia. Yeah, this is getting pretty fucking dark. It's a dark story in a way. If you don't want to lose your lives, go home. Is a man called Eric there? I've never heard of such a name. Why do you ask? Will, is that Will's voice? Save me, brah! Bonk. Shh. Hey, boy, be quiet. I'll break the door down. I'm coming for you. Oh, wait. I don't have a gun. Impossible. You've come to rescue me? I didn't think you could break down the door. I've been working out. Tybo, motherfucker. The man ran away scared. He tried to sneak into the camp to rescue 3 laborer brothers. I was discovered, and now I'm like this. The laborers were forced to work in the diamond mine. I'll tell you where. Please save them. Will learns the location of the diamond mine, which is good. We need to know where this diamond mine is, because that's where people will be saved. I'm coming to save your brothers. So somebody would probably question where we are in the game. I would say this is Africa. Now, I know the Frisia town is kind of weird, but it could be South Africa. Now we're going to diamond mines for the blood diamond trade, and that took place in Africa. Kind of makes sense when you think about it. The diamond mine was as quiet as a tomb. A chill ran down Will's spine when he heard the screams from the back of the cave. So now we're going to go and save these folks. I don't know why they've hired lizardmen to force them to work, but apparently lizardmen must work cheap, which might be a slave labor in and itself. I don't know. Now I'm being silly. Alright, down and around we go. And these are really the majority of the enemies in this dungeon. There is one other enemy type we've not run into yet, but this is pretty much the main grouping. I didn't mind because I knew we were going to get health upgrade at some point. Yay! Full health! Full health! Holy shit, bro, I got full health! Yeah! We whooped that lizard man's ass! We whooped... Oh, dude. Brother's getting whipped. Or bro's getting whipped. Sorry, that did actually come out wrong. I beg you, cut the chain! You are free! Free! There are 8 laborers. I think you said 8. 6 or 8. Anywho. I guess this game is racist against dudes with green beards. So, yeah. Okay, and here's the other enemy type. I don't think there are any other enemies than these 3, but... And so what this guy does is he likes to blast a beam out of his eye, and he, as you can see, he can turn to stone so he doesn't take damage. So you kind of got to get him when he's attacking or when he doesn't notice your presence. And you want to make sure that you're constantly on the move, because, yeah, those beams can get you. Ooh, like that. And if you're really finding yourself annoyed by these dudes, you can just do something like that. Take him out in one hit with a charged Psycho Dash. It usually helps. Okay, we can't reach that. Or that. Ooh! He wasn't even trying to hit us, and he hit us. Son of a bitch. These dudes, as you can see, shoot balls of fucking fire. Oh, nice. Got you, bro. This mine has a secret room. Its entrance blends into the wall. But if you can find it by watching for wind blowing through cracks in the wall, of course it would blow fine hair like yours around, then you'll understand. So he's telling us where a secret wall is. And in turn, we could probably Psycho Dash into it. God damn it. It's like, how did they know? Yeah! 2 for 1. Alright, let's keep moving here. Nice. And unlike the slimes, they don't just appear wherever. They reappear where they came out of, so they're not as nasty. The only catch is they have ranged attacks that you gotta be careful of. Alright, we got our 3rd extra life. That's good. More healing. We're getting a lot of healing all of a sudden. Normally, I find the healing not as easy to find as that. Alright. There we go. All the local enemies are murdered. Alright. Now we gotta hit this switch. Allow us to go deeper into the mine. Okay. This way. Gotcha. And gotcha. Now there should be one more enemy. There we go. And then we can get over there. Now I want to say... There we go. By the power of Grayskull. Ooh, you are free! Thank you, I was buried in the cave-in. What would happen if we took longer? We want to give you a present. I'm sending 3 red jewels to the jeweler. Yeah! Now, I think we're 1 short from an upgrade, possibly. Or we're gonna get that upgrade, but I'm pretty sure we're still 1 short. But you know what time it is, guys? It's time to summon the man. The free man, Freedan. The Dark Knight Freedan. Freedan, girl. Record. And continues the journey. It's time for us to murder some slavers hardcore. Because we fight for freedom. Freedan fights for freedom. With a sword in hand, he's got a plan to fight them for freedom. Perhaps he is a knight from America. Just kidding. Alright. Boom, boom, bring it. What do you got? What you got? That's what I thought. Yeah, that's what I thought, bitches. That just saves me the trouble of dealing with them. Run, 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 up, run, 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 run. Oh, shit. Nah, that shouldn't have run that much. That's a little much. So many dead bodies of probably slaves. This is a very dark-ass game when you think about it. Try to remain positive, man. Try to remain positive, man. Shit, why do I keep walking into those things? Damn it. Okay, I don't think there's anything over there. In we go. God damn it. Nice. Like motherfucking clockwork. Ooh, look out! Nice. This fool's got nothing on Friedan. He lays them to waste. Seriously? Ooh. And boom shakalaka. Yeah, you haven't heard that since the fucking 90s. Boom shakalaka. Boom shakalaka like a bibbidi bop. Alright, let's keep moving. Now there's some wind there of relevance. Let's go check that out. What could that be about? Luckily there's a dark space here, so we can swap over to Will. Cause Will's our friend. Holy crap, Weir. His name is Weir. Alright. Boom. Only to find another dark space. What could it mean? What could it mean? So we're gonna turn back into Friedan, because, you know, game's being silly. Game's being silly like that, y'all. But we're gonna learn a new ability for Friedan. Probably one of the more interesting abilities in this game. The Dark Friar can now be used! The Dark Friar, if I'm not mistaken, is a charged range attack. So, it's kind of useful, actually. And it's pretty strong as well. So, anywho, pretty neat. And I'll give you an example. It's just a big-ass ball of fucking rage. Friedan's power, the Dark Friar can defeat enemies in places the sword can't reach. When you've defeated all the enemies, the road will open up. And obviously, there are enemies we cannot reach. And I don't think you saw where it was, even though we walked by the area. Maybe because the enemy didn't pop out, but you'll get to find out where that is in a moment. As we move forward here. Down and around. Down. In. And the enemy that we're looking for is actually right above us, but I don't want him to spawn until I'm ready to get him. Boom! And our defense is increased. Which is good. It's a good thing. We want that. Down and over, almost. Oh, they hit the skull. Skull fucked me up. Let's try that again. So let's stay up a little higher. There we go. There are people who are forced to work deep in a diamond mine. Please use this key to save them. So we're now given the key to this elevator that's closer to the front side of the dungeon, which is good. That way the game's going to force us to backtrack anyway. At least we're going to backtrack in a more fundamental... Not fundamental, but an easier direction or whatever. More simplistic direction. Alright. So we need to make our way back the way we came. And get more or less to the front of the dungeon. But there's a fast way to do it, so I wouldn't worry about it too much. I gotta go down and over. Back this way. Down. Up. Up, 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 up. Over and up. No reason to say... Oh, that's not a tunnel. I was gonna say no reason to go to the save point. I don't believe there is a boss here. So it's not like you gotta really prepare. You just gotta deal with the monsters. And we've got 3 lives, so again, another reason I'm not that worried. Hopefully we'll get 4 by the time we're out of here, or be very close to 4 lives. I like having me lives. I like having me lives. Alright, down we go. And elevator key. In. Over. It's fun to watch Friedan on this tiny little thing. I'm surprised a fucking thing can hold his ass. Then again, it would suck because then they would make you go back and get willed. And I don't want to do that. Friedan is technically the ass kicker of this game, for the most part. Head down. Now we have 2 areas to go. Let's go to the right foist. And just charge up to take these guys out. So you notice what's interesting is that hit him twice. The eyeball. I don't think it hit the lizard man twice, but look at how strong the attack in and itself is. I think it hits it twice. Seems like it does, because you hear the knocking sound twice. Or maybe not. Maybe it's just enough to kill it. Well, we'll find out when we get to stronger enemies, and I can't one-shot him with Friedan's attack here. It's pretty cheap, though, to be able to do this. But it's very effective. You'll live longer. It's more or less good against the eyeball dudes, since they're the biggest assholes in this dungeon right now. And there we go. Woo! Nice. Let me shave that beard off for you, bud. Thank you. I won't forget what you've done. Take this key. Get another key. You have the key to the main. Yay. We still don't have... We need another one, though. We're still short another key. Lots of keys there. Alright, let's head out of here. Wish they'd use Y to run instead. That way you'd have a button just to push down and then instantly you'd run. I guess if you were playing on an emulator, you could put double tap left or right, or double tap any direction to get him running. I don't know. Actually, that wouldn't work. Yeah, they should have, instead of not using the Y button, they should have made it a run button. And here's what you saw it sparkling just a second ago. You found the mine key. So there's the second one. We're going to clean the room out of enemies. This is a freaking grim-ass room, because you have to think about it here. This is a mine full of slaves. And all the slaves in this room are freaking dead. So what does this mean this room might have been used for? Body storage, yes, I believe that would be correct. But also I believe that the worm creatures fed off the bodies, and this, yeah. Dark enough for you guys? Dark themed enough for you? And like I said, they still felt the need to censor a lot of the stuff in this game. And I guess I get why they did it, but it doesn't make a lot of sense to do it. But Nintendo had a very PG kind of policy with most of their games, and this is definitely not a. If you would put the uncut, if you played an uncut version of this game, I'm pretty sure it would not be considered PG, maybe PG-13. And so, Remus again, thank you. Our home village is far across the ocean. If you could go there, help the villagers to regain their strength. So we're getting some directions of where to go. Thank you. I hear from Eric that your friend has lost his memory. Legend says that there's a song that brings back the past. Please let him hear it. Sam hums a strange melody. Dance for me, Persian princess, dance! Come on, you were thinking it too. You've learned the memory melody. I need a favor. May I have the prison key and the melody of wind as a souvenir of our meeting? I'm sure I'll never use it again. I think he means he's sure we'll never use it again. And yeah, we give it to him. And I think they did that because they didn't think about how much inventory space they needed when they built this inventory system. And so as the game progressed, they realized, oh my god, we don't have enough room for everything. So they took away pretty much everything that was useless. Thank you. All living things in our home country have grown strange. People have turned to stone. Some are sick with unknown diseases. They got the herpaderp. No. The herpaderp. But anyway, yeah, they take away, and they even take away one of the melodies, which just seems kind of weird. And yeah, and you can't I don't think you can. Oh, you can't organize this. So I will at least make it somewhat presentable here. And we'll put all the herbs at the bottom of the screen area. Trust me, we're going to get more. That way it's easier to keep track of what we got. Alright, so now that we've saved everybody, I believe, we are now free to leave the dungeon. I believe that guy won't give you the song if there's still people to save in the dungeon. So, luckily, there should be no one left to save. Let's get the hell out of Dodge. Get the fuck out of Dodge. Whee! I'm a singer about the moon and the tuna and a springer. I like to sing when the mine is blue and the slaves are free. You know you're doing it right, free Dana. That did not rhyme. Just scold me now. Scold me! Yeah, this is like I said, this is a neat kind of cerebral game, but it does cover a lot of adult themes, which is really neat for a Super NES game of its time. It's a shame they censored a lot of that adult content out, or even teenager content could have handled it. But yeah, it's sad to see kind of these things in a game like this. But as a kid, it was fascinating in a good way. In a good way, and the reason it was fascinating is because it made you think about your own world. It made you put your own world in retrospect and thinking of how things were throughout the history. And these were things I realized as a kid, but thought they were awkwardly worded, and thus later in life when I got older and was able to play the Japanese version of this game, because I didn't own I owned a Super Famicom, but I didn't own the Japanese version of Illusions of Gaia. Because I couldn't find it because it wasn't called Illusions of Gaia at the time. And before you go, oh, you could have looked it up. The internet didn't exist yet, assholes. Fucking people. I actually had someone say, you should have known when you were a kid because you could have just looked it up online. Yeah, you're fucking smart. Alright, so anyway, let's go ahead and use the memory melody for an obvious character who will benefit from it, who is not able to have who doesn't have a memory right now. Ha ha! Dance for me, Kara, do it! I'm a horrible person, I know. What is this place? Somehow I feel a little homesick. I feel like I'm back in the womb. Everything that's happened, and the people I've met are all pouring into me head. I was raised in the town of South Cape. When my father didn't come back from an expedition, the most important thing in my life was gone. I didn't know what to do. I couldn't stand my father using soldiers to invade other countries. It's awful when someone loses their life. What had taken years to put together was destroyed in one moment. I wonder if Seth is all right. People live on because they forget about unpleasant things. And that really is the lesson right there of what we just saw. You know, we should remember the things that happened, but we shouldn't dwell on them. We shouldn't let those instances of the things that happened in the past make us sad. What have I been doing? What's happened to everyone? Launch your memories back! I was worried. I wonder what would happen. What the fuck? Yeah, I'm not crying. I'm not crying, man. Well, there's an eccentric inventor in the woods nearby. Shall we go? I think his name is Neil. Neil deGrasse Tyson? Or how'd they know? Did you say Neil? That's the same name as my lost cousin. My cousin Neil, the inventor, flew in the sky in a thing called an airplane. So Will and his group went to the inventor's house. Reep dee 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 deep deep dee. And thus we arrive at Neil's cottage. It's open, y'all. Come in. Neil, it's me, Will from South Cape, bro. Oh, Will, you've gotten strong. Are all these people your friends? This person stinks. What are you saying? You shouldn't talk like that. There's a wonderful smell in this room, isn't there? Hey, both of you talk pretty harshly. When you're wrapped up in inventing something, you don't care about your appearance. I don't think the smell is that bad, not enough to hate me for it. I've only been wearing these socks for a blithering month. I've only had mine on for 3 weeks, I guess I'll lose. I can't believe it. I don't want to breathe the same air as him. I've heard enough about my socks. Make yourselves at home. You're Will's friends. Welcome. Welcome. And don't eat my possum pie. It's been about 2 years since we last met, hasn't it? I've invented lots of things since then. Like the portable dildo. Well, dildos were portable already. Not ones that shrink down to the size of a disc. The 4 inventions in this room are my best work, though. Have a look. That's a camera. It will burn a copy of a scene onto printing paper. The problem is, it takes almost 30 minutes. Scenery doesn't move, but to photograph a person means they can't move for 30 freaking minutes. When I used it, the eyes turned bright red like suicidal or homicidal rabbits. Suicidal rabbits. That's a telescope. You can see the stars as if they were in your hand. It's an oxygen tank. There's air inside. I fart in it frequently. With this, you can breathe kinda underwater, but there's only 1 minute's worth of air inside. Compressing the air would let you stay underwater longer, but I don't know how to do it yet, because I keep farting in there instead of doing real research. Those are airplane wings, son. It's part of a machine that will fulfill man's dream of flying in the air like a bird. The body's too big, and you need a runway to take off, so it's hidden in the desert. You don't say. Tell me why you came to see me. You don't want my retractable dildo, do you? Well, Will tells Neil about hearing his father's voice and visiting the world's ruins in his search for the mystic stones. Interesting. I, too, have some interest in ruins. The ruins Will talked about are scattered over the world, but they have something in common. Drawing a line among the ruins makes a shape that looks like the constellation of Cygnus. You don't Cygnus? That's the Tower of Babel, where Will's father got lost. It's in the middle of the ground painting of a big white bird. Fuck? There's a new red star below the constellation of Cygnus. That's right, you know a lot, girlie. The red star in Cygnus, Will's interest in ruins. Different elements are bound together organically. I don't know if it's by coincidence or by design, but something is gonna happen. Fortunately, the Nazca ground paintings are a week's walk east of here. Go? Good, it's settled. Well, we're going too. I don't want Will to be the only one having a good time. The group went to the Nazca Desert. Ooh. And here we are, the Nazca Plain. It was a long way, but you did a good job. This is the most famous of the ground paintings, the Condor. Have you ever heard of it? No one knows why ancient people drew pictures like this. Whenever I come here, I'm overwhelmed by the grand scale. You should go see it for yourself. Well, let's see. It's scary. I'll stay with Neil, because I'm a little bitch. Don't be in such a hurry. We'll wait for everyone else. Doesn't there seem to be a pattern in the way the rocks are scattered around? Up until now, all I've done is go to school, study, and play. Sometimes I wonder if my being here isn't all a dream. Yep, it's a bad dream. It's a horrifying dream because your dream blows. When you look at it this way, it looks like white lines at an athletic event. Maybe the ancient Nazca people ran the 100-yard dash here? Okay, Kara, that was pretty dumb. I am sorry, Kara. That was pretty dumb. Let's see here. This is the condor's stomach. If you dig here, you might find eggs. It's a joke. Don't be so serious. Asshole. What's this? What's this? Cuckoo-ca-choo! Come back, Bill Cosby! There's women for you to drug! Alright, let's head back, because obviously there's something of plot afoot here. We'll talk about it when everyone comes back. The mystic statue that Will spoke of is somewhere on this plane. I thought I'd seen the paintings before, but doesn't this condor look like Cygnus? Of course! I hadn't noticed! I was too busy eating Easy Mac and watching Girl and Turl! When we look at it, we see Cygnus, but ancient people probably just saw a condor. Oh, I've got it! Look where the rock are on the ground. They're positioned like the stars in the constellation of Cygnus. Of course, Cygnus has 9 stars, and there are 9 stones. Where is the red star that appeared? Where's the red star that appeared recently? Condor's head, Condor's right foot, Condor's left foot, Condor's tail. Eeny, meeny, miny. It's this one. Of course, at the joint of its left foot. Let's check the left foot. So somewhere down here. Giggity goo. Giggity goo. Am I not there? Oh, that's a kneecap, fool. No, bad. It's as exciting as inventing something. A riddle in a constellation, kind of romantic. What an exciting experience. We're working on a puzzle that explorers and archaeologists have never solved. What's gonna happen? It's exciting. And there's a tile buried in the sand. When Will's flute touched it, there was a rumbling sound. A rumbling in the jumbling, as they say. Hey, something huge is coming down. Will! As we reach what looks like the Sky Garden, in the garden of the sky, in the garden of the sky, in the garden of the sky. There's a strange garden floating in the sky over Nazca. On the ground, Neil and my friends look like tiny ants going back and forth. Could the paintings be an airport for the Sky Garden? Maybe. We meet again. Cuckoo-choo! You're a strong boy to have come this far. Alright, well, this is a dungeon, so we'll see you guys on the next episode of Let's Play Illusion of Gaia as we now explore this mystical flying place known as the Sky Garden. We'll see you guys there. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed that video. Please take a moment to check out more episodes from the RPG Guy, Tuesday Night Team Up, and more. And please subscribe. Always support the channels you enjoy watching, and while you're at it, follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and Google+. Keep on gaming hard. See you next time.